If you're in perimenopause, one thing you do not do is pass up on a functional potty. If you see a clean restroom, you're going, period. Because at this stage of life, when you have to go, you have to go. If you feel like you're constantly looking for a restroom, waking up more at night, or wondering how one cup of coffee might turn into 3 bathroom trips, you're not imagining it. This is a very real perimenopause symptom. And I want to talk a little bit about why it happens and what can actually help. So as you know, in perimenopause, our hormones don't decline evenly, they fluctuate. And estrogen plays a much larger role in bladder health than most of us were ever told. Estrogen helps keep the tissues of your bladder, urethra, your pelvic floor strong, elastic, and supported. And as estrogen fluctuates and starts to decline, those tissues can become thinner and more sensitive. So in real life, it looks like feeling that urgency to go when your bladder isn't even full, needing to go more often, waking up at night to use a restroom, and just feeling like you can't hold it the way that you used to. That doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. It means your body is responding to hormonal changes. And there's another layer of this that just doesn't get talked about enough, and that's your nervous system. In midlife, many of us carry more stress than at any other part in our lives. Careers, kids, aging parents, relationships, sleep changes, all of it. And when your nervous system is on high alert, your bladder can become more reactive. So even mild anxiety or stress can create urgency, even if your bladder isn't full. That's why the symptom can feel unpredictable. And there are everyday things that can make our bladder symptoms even worse. Caffeine can irritate the bladder. Alcohol increases urine production. Spicy foods and citrus can be irritating. Drinking large amounts of water at once, because we're trying to get our hydration in, can overwhelm the bladder. And stress, especially that stress that's later on in the day, can play a huge role. Hormonal bladder changes are common, but there are times when frequent urination should definitely be checked. If you have burning, pain, fever, blood in your urine, a strong odor, or sudden dramatic changes, that's not something you should ignore. That's a conversation that needs to be held with your healthcare provider. So what can actually help us? So here are some gentle ways to support our body. Sip water throughout the day instead of chugging it at once. Reduce caffeine and alcohol, especially later in the day. Try timed bathroom breaks. So going every 2 to 3 hours to retrain your bladder. Support your pelvic floor with gentle Kegels, some people say Kegels, exercises, or physical therapy if needed. Regulate stress with movement, breathing, and better sleep habits. And limit fluids 1 to 2 hours before you go to bed. This isn't about restriction. It's about learning how your body is reacting in perimenopause and giving it what it needs. Frequent urination in perimenopause can certainly feel frustrating, embarrassing, or just exhausting. But this is a biological change, not a personal failure. And it doesn't mean that you need to wear adult diapers. If your frequent urination is affecting your quality of life, certainly go talk to your healthcare provider. Sometimes hormone support or pelvic floor exercises or therapy can make a big difference. So what I want to know is, have you noticed bladder changes while in perimenopause? Let me know in the comments.